Alright, so today we're going to talk about the area of triangles, trapezoids, and polygons. First off, to find the area of these shapes, you only need two formulas. The first formula is area equals 1/2 times base times height, and that's the formula for finding the area of a triangle. The second formula is for the area of a parallelogram, and this parallelogram, remember, includes of course, parallelograms, rhombuses, rectangles, squares, those are all parallelograms. And that's just base times height. So we're going to use these two formulas to find out the areas of these three types of shapes. We're going to start off with the triangle. So to find the area of a triangle, we're just going to use the triangle formula. So as a reminder, the formula for a triangle is area equals 1/2 times the base times the height. So right here we have several numbers on our triangle, and usually when you're given a triangle you're going to be given some extra numbers, especially on a test or where they want to make sure that you really know what you're doing. The only two numbers you need are the base and the height, which always meet at a 90-degree angle. You can always find your 90-degree angle by looking for this symbol here. The little squares tells us that that angle where these two lines meet, this line here and this line here, is 90 degrees, a right angle. So that means that down here this must be our base and this must be our height. So we're going to use those two numbers in our formula. So we're going to keep our 1/2 just as it is, and then we're going to use our base, which is 8, and then we're going to use our height, which is 6. And a little trick if you are trying to do this in your head, 1/2 times anything is just like saying 1/2 of anything. So I know that half of 8 is 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Half of 8 is 4, and we're going to keep our times 6. And 4 times, there we go, times 6, of course, is 24. So that makes that easy to do in my head. So the area of this shape is 24, and we got to watch out for our label there, 24 centimeters squared, because we multiplied centimeters to centimeters, and our exponents still work on our labels. So we took our base and our height, which met at a 90-degree angle, and we did 1/2 times base times height, and we got our answer of 24. On to the next shape. Next we're going to talk about trapezoids. These get a little bit more complicated because we have to split our shape into two shapes in order to find the area. Now there is a formula for this, but as a 6th grader you don't need to know that formula yet. I want you to be able to use what you do know with the area of parallelograms and area of triangles to figure out this kind of problem. So the first thing I do when I see a trapezoid is I take it and split it into shapes I know. A trapezoid can always be split into a parallelogram and a triangle by using one line. So you find the short side of your trapezoid, and it's one of the two parallel sides, of course. If you could see that this side is also parallel to that short side. And you're going to pick a corner, either corner will work, and you are going to draw a line. Whoops, what are we doing? Sorry, my thing's being weird. Okay, we're going to draw a line diagonally. Oops, I messed that up. Sorry, we're going to draw a line diagonally parallel to this line over here. So now, if I finish off this shape here, tracing the rest of it, and I could draw in a straight line, I would have a nice parallelogram there. And since we know the rules of parallelograms is that the opposite sides must be equal. So this side here would be equal to the length of this side over here. So since this is 12, this will also be 12 feet down here. Now, we have a little trick here. Well, I'll get to that in a second. First, let's finish off our parallelogram. So we know that the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So equals base times height. The base of our parallelogram is, of course, this 12 here that we just found, and our height would be the height of the whole shape. So a lot of people would write 15 for the height. Not the case. You want to make sure that you're using the height of the whole shape that you find over here that goes straight up and down, again, at a 90-degree angle. Now, you might not always see that little symbol there in this example, for example. But if you see the lines that do meet at a visible 90-degree angle, you want to use that number there for the height. So 7 would be our height, and 12 times 7 is 84. So I'm just going to square that number so we remember it while we find the rest of our shape, because so far we've only found out this part right here. Now we need to find the triangle. So our triangle has its own formula, and the formula, as we remember from the last section here, for a triangle is area equals 1/2 times the base times the height. So to find the base of our triangle, we need to use both the entire base and the base that we used for our parallelogram, because the 20 feet that's labeled there goes all the way across the shape, but we only need this part right here. So to find that length, all we need to do is take away the length of the parallelogram over here. So we need to subtract. 20 minus 12 is 8, so I know that my base is 8 feet long. So we've got 1/2 times 8 times, we're going to have the same height because that height is still the height of our shape, 7. And again, 1/2 of 8 is 4, and 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, we're going to remember those numbers, so I'm just going to write them off to the side here. We've got our 28 feet for our triangle, and we have our 84 for our parallelogram, maybe, there we go, work with me, there we go, for our parallelogram. The last thing we do is we need to add these two shapes together because we need the total for our whole entire trapezoid here. So 28 plus 84 is 112. And we have to put a label on it. Since our label is feet, we're going to stick with that, feet. And since we did some multiplying, we're going to have feet squared. I'm going to put that in there. So our entire trapezoid is 112 feet squared. And just to recap, we found the area of the parallelogram, and we found the area of the triangle, and we added them together to get this answer right here. All right, moving on. Let's talk about these polygons. Now polygons are tricky because it's harder to see this shape, and you have to split it into more shapes to actually get this answer. But the cool thing about a regular polygon, which is what we work with in 6th grade, is that the shapes you split it into are all exactly the same size. So if you look at this shape, it might not be easy to see right away, but you can split it into a whole bunch of teeny tiny triangles that meet at the center of the shape. So if I have my triangle here that's labeled, but I also have this triangle here, and this triangle, whoops, sorry, it keeps doing weird things. There we go, this triangle here, this triangle here, this triangle here, and this triangle here, and of course this last one at the end here. And so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh my goodness, 7 triangles that are exactly the same size inside of our shape. So if we find the area of one of these triangles, we can find the area of the entire shape. So we're going to do the triangle that's labeled down here. And we know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. We're given the base and we're given the height. So we're just going to plug those numbers in. 1/2 times 2 times 3. I know half of 2 is 1. So I'm going to do 1 times 3, which is 3. So that's the area of our one triangle right here. Again, we've got 7 of them. So we take this 3 and we multiply it by 7, which gives us 21. I'm just going to write this down here so I can put a label on it. 21, we keep our label, inches squared. And that's it. That's all you have to do to find that area. I hope this helps you do your homework this weekend.